Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 8 game in the Atago. Going over the matchmaking. Looking at, got a CV, a Ranger here. Battleship wise, looking at Massachusetts, a Moggy is always a nasty thing to face in a cruiser. Looking at a Colorado, a Baron, and a Fuso, rounding out the cruiser threats. Baltimore, Hipper, both of them pretty good at hunting destroyers. Indianapolis is a Citadel machine. If you're playing it correctly. Uh, Benson and Icarus. Benson can be a pain in the ass to deal with. Icarus, I don't really expect too much threat from that against an Atago. So going over, what's going on. One thing I'm gonna note, my screen's gonna look a little different, and I normally play a vanilla client. However, Cuter has started encouraging us to test some mods to basically improve our performance. And one of the mods that I'm testing is right here. Um, had a video earlier about situational awareness, and this mod gives me the ability at a glance to see, you know, who's left on the teams, how much HP they've got, and it seems like it's a pretty solid mod. Um, Honestly, I kind of like it. It may be something that I keep. Um, that's pretty much that. You're gonna see some different mod configurations while we iron out, well, at least I iron out what I want to run for the upcoming clan battle season. Um, so getting back to the game, I see somebody in our sub clan too cute. Simi, if you're watching this, hey. Uh, Basically, what's going on? I see him. I'm just gonna come up and support him. Um, B caps contested, and it's a CV match. I don't like the idea of a destroyer going in alone without. I don't know if he carries defensive fire or not on his Farragut. So I'm looking to kind of hang out and try to help him if possible. I'm trying to get the CV to move this fighter down here to spot the DD. Um, because at these ranges I can really lay a hurting on a destroyer. For those that have been living under a rock, one of the big buffs the Japanese cruiser line got was improved dispersion. Now here I'm making a gamble. I see this broadside Leander and I really want this shot. Unfortunately, he drops off and I'm not able to get the spot. So I'm not in voice chat with Semi, but I know he's roughly based on his positioning. He's not going to go race around the island. So I'm dropping some Make-A-Wish, kind of FU torps if Destroyer tries to get cute on the gap. That's something with the Japanese cruisers. You know, drop those torps. You never know if you're going to hit something or not if you don't launch them. Now I've kind of came out here as far as I can, and the spotting is just not there. So I see that planes are incoming, so I'm just gonna start kiting away. And this is something you've got to learn with Japanese cruisers. Be patient. Um, I see Semi getting rushed by the Leander up there, and this is kind of an issue. Well, it is a major issue for him. Um, I kind of thought that this New Mexico was close enough to prevent this move, but I don't even know what he's doing. And I'm getting kind of some BS AP hits. Mind you, this is the first time I've played Atago in over a year, so rusty. Semi goes down, and I'm just trying to get any sort of damage out on this Leander to make the trade, and it's not really going to happen. And you can tell on the mini-map, the enemy is pushing B-cap hard. This is going to be one of those games that got... It starts out slow, but it's just constant, you know, try-hard carry mode. And right here, getting some resets. The Massachusetts is a top-tier battleship. He's always going to be a prime target for some HE spam. And I mean, if you notice, I'm playing this a lot like a Zhao. You know, using my concealment, trying to flank, get, you know, different angles on people, use my AP, you know, just doing what I can. That right there is a very important trick. If you've got torpedoes, use them. I can guesstimate roughly that Massachusetts is slowing down based on the torpedo indicator. And that tells me that it's safer to kind of creep up here. Now, there was an Indianapolis that was last seen entering the cap, and that's why I'm creeping up here. I think that that Indianapolis might try to go south. And if he does, I want to be in a position to punish him. Not able to get that over the rocks. Got a airstrike coming in on our New Mexico. Popping defensive fire to help him out, focusing the planes. Basically just trying to be a good teammate. I see the Indianapolis is doing finally what I thought he was gonna do. He's coming in, so I'm coming south, and I'm gonna look to see if I can do something cute. I'm looking at the Massachusetts. He's turning away, and with him turning away, once these planes clear out, I'm actually gonna be able to sneak up here really close and maybe do something cute. I'm switching to AP. Now on the build, I'm really missing not having expert loader on this build. So it's something that I may tweak this build more. Here comes the Indianapolis. Don't neglect your Japanese cruiser AP, because it is nasty. I think it's definitely among some of the best AP in the game. And I think that the trade-offs with the HE and the AP make the Japanese have some of the best guns in the game, in my opinion. They're just very consistent performing. HE just is, it's disgusting the amount of damage that you can do with the HE. And I mean, just like that, I mean, you line up good AP shots using your concealment, and it's ships like that don't have a chance coming out around the corner like that. trying to get some fires going on this Massachusetts before he's able to run away. But now that we've kind of cleared out B cap, I'm starting to push into B cap. This is something else that don't discount with the Japanese cruisers. You have really good concealment. You're typically pretty quick. You know, get up there and when you get these situations, cap. You know, it's good for your team. It's good for you. Um, you know, there's literally no downside to it. You're capping kind of like a Russian destroyer where you kind of sit and pressure everything out of cap, out of position, and then come in and cap. You know, you don't try to rush right into the cap from the start. There's nothing to be gained there. So my team is down on ships. We're picking up B cap. We're down on points a little. We got a little less than 10 minutes left in the game, and you know, this game's just really starting to feel like I'm really gonna have to put in a lot of effort to make sure that we carry this thing. So I'm being patient. I don't want to give these guys a really good, you know, shot at me because I know I'm gonna need my HP. Good thing about Atago, it's one of the few tier 8 cruisers that get a heal. And frankly, this ship with the new dispersion is broken as hell. If you can get your hands on an Atago, get it. Uh, this ship has a long and storied past with uh, competitive play, and you know this is just really nice to have. It's a solid ship. It's a joy to play. If you like cruisers, this is, you know, one of those cruisers. I call it a cruiser player's dream. You know, it handles good, farms damage like mad. I mean, you can cap with it, you can scout with it. Um, you know, this build I'm running RPF. This is actually my Zhao captain for clan battles. Not that I play it all that often there, but this ship is a very good flanker, and that extra information, it can be critical. Um, you know, guys that play clan battles, you'll know that, you know, it's kind of rare these days to have, you know, a lot of DD heavy teams. Usually most teams are bringing one at most. And you know, how's that for HE, you know, almost 5k right there. It's oof. But these Japanese cruisers oftentimes are used kind of like a destroyer in a lot of cases. Um, while they using their concealment, but you also keep the firepower uh, and HP advantages of bringing a cruiser rather than a destroyer. So um, there's a lot of real precedence for this. Sitting here just kiting a Colorado, you know, just again being patient. I don't want to give too much broadside. I drop my torps, you know, and that this is something that is actually pretty common for Japanese cruiser players. They get too aggressive with the torps. If I would have tried to drop, you know, 2 sets of torps there, I probably would have lost half my HP or something unless retard armor kicked in on me. Um, you know, so play them conservatively. You know, I'm just slowly whittling away anything that's approaching B cap. You know, I'm not looking to get all crazy with anything. I'm just nice, consistent damage, anything, trying to come where I don't want them. I'm just gonna keep working away on them. We're in 4v6 at the moment. And I mean, the good news is they've got a Fuso that he's appears to be out of heals and pretty much running for the border. Their Icarus is really low HP. Old habits die hard. I'm still looking at the screen. Now, I could come in and try to YOLO this Baltimore, but I don't know where the DDs are. I see one smoked up over there by the Bayern. I don't want to be in a crossfire between a battleship and the Baltimore. That Baltimore is perfectly able to wreck this ship. So just gonna let these guys come in. This Baltimore, he's coming into a crossfire between me and this New Mexico. Now I don't know how good this New Mexico is, but I'm forcing this guy into a situation that it's gonna at least be uncomfortable for him. Icarus pops up, and right there I saw that I was gonna get shot, so I just creep forward, keep my Citadel out of the line of fire, and I'm just waiting. The more this guy comes in, the Fuso lights me up from the back 40. That's okay. I've got a heal. This position it's strong enough that I'm okay taking it. And I see the Icarus start to rush me. That's gonna force my hand, so I can't make the play I wanted on the Baltimore. So I go on ahead. I take out the Icarus, and I'm just trying to get back into a crossfire position on the Baltimore as best I can. This shot bugs me because man, that really looks like it should be a Citadel. Now, you don't get, improved bounce angles, stuff like that the US cruisers get. But with your armor, you're usually pretty able to deal with any sort of um, cruiser threat with your armor. In a lot of cases, you can even um, make battleship AP bounce if you know how to angle the ship correctly. It's a bit of an art form doing that, but it is possible. At this point, we've got less than 2 minutes left, or 2 minutes 15 seconds left in the game. We're in a 3v4. Um, Looking at, we're still up on points. Uh, our cap control has got us kind of into a situation where there's some advantages for us right now. And I'm taking a look at this Benson, taking a shot. I know this Baltimore's coming, so just angling. And I mean, that's what I'm talking about with your armor angling. Now, this guy's been avoiding my AP all game, so just gonna start switching to the other standby, and that's, that nasty ass HE that Japanese cruisers have, and that was a 5K volley with 2 fires. That's absolutely, world ending for cruisers to take that kind of hit. It forces their damage control, and I mean, in another 15 seconds, you've got another round coming out just like that. So at this point, we've pretty much wrapped this up. Um, that Fuso looks like he's just completely headed for the hills. I haven't really seen any strike planes, so I think the CV's been pretty well deplaned with this strike package. I'm just going to go ahead, step on B cap, and, you know, pretty much let the points tick out. Um, kind of felt this was a really good game, just showing kind of the versatility of the Japanese cruisers coming up close to a caps, trying to support your destroyer. It didn't work out where I wasn't able to get shots to really support my destroyer. Um, the enemy pretty much went the opposite way that I thought they'd go. Um, but there was a lot of, use with AP. Got to show some HE off. The torpedoes, the concealment, these things are really solid ships. And if you're looking to grind a cruiser line, the Japanese cruiser line is absolutely fantastic. Um, they're competitive, they're flexible. Um, I mean, in clan battles, it's still going to be a meta type this season where you have teams running 3 and 4 Zows on a team. That tells you just how strong that particular ship is. And Atago, it's basically a tier 8 Zao. I would argue Atago she's a tier 9. Um, I haven't played a Buki since the buff. I rebought her back. Um, but I always felt previously that Atago was better than Ibuki. Uh, I'll get some Ibuki games in soon, and we'll we'll see how things stack up at this point. I think Ibuki got a little extra love on top of the usual dispersion thing that all the Japanese heavy cruisers got. Anyway, it's a premium ship, just showing you the earning potential. Um, Honestly, I don't think I had too many flags on this thing. Yeah, that's the camo, daily win. So yeah, I mean, 16k elite commander experience just off, one game where I haven't really dumped any sort of um, signal flags or anything into it. That's just nice. It's nice to have. So, Atago, she's a strong ship. I hope you guys if you've got her, I hope you guys like her. If you got any questions, comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you guys later.